Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an empties and declutters. So I have a lot of videos that I want to make, but today's video was kind of at the top of my list. I have a whole bunch I want to go through. I have everything from skincare to makeup to supplements to hygiene. So yeah, I hope that you guys will enjoy today's video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Alithia. I would love if you consider subscribing to my channel. And without too much further ado, let's get into today's empties and declutters. Alright, good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an empties video, as you can see from the title. So I've got quite a few things in my empties bin. There's a couple declutters as well. I do like to combine my declutters and my empties in one. I'm going to have to go through and do a large dresser organization and declutter, and I might declutter some of my clothes as well, but those videos tend to take a little bit more time, and I'm just trying to get up the gumption to do it. And last week was a little bit stressful. My dog had, this week I guess, oh my gosh, it was only 2 days ago. My dog had surgery this week. It's been a bit of a stressful week. I don't have as much time for myself at the moment, but I definitely wanted to get a video out for you guys, and I thought this is a pretty straightforward, fairly easy video to sit down and film. Plus, I really need to get these empties recycled or whatever needs to happen to them. And if you guys saw my last cash stuffing video, I talked about how I would be going to the city, and I wasn't sure what the shopping would look like, so I didn't budget anything necessarily specifically for shopping because I didn't really know. Like, there was nothing I was looking for in particular, but I knew that once I got to the center, the larger center, there would probably be things that I saw that I liked or things I wanted to try. And I did do a little bit of shopping while I was there. So like I told you in that video, I don't consider it like failing my low buy, no buy or whatever, because I rarely get to a larger center where there's good shopping. Like where I live, you guys, the extent of our shopping is Walmart, literally. We do not have stores here. Like we have Walmart and we have Shoppers Drug Mart. That is it. My closest shopping center is 2.5 hours away, and even the shopping there is not that great. So yeah, this week I was in a much larger center, and the shopping was wonderful. And yeah, it was just so nice to just see all the nice stuff that's out there, and I don't get to do that very often. So I definitely indulged a little bit in the shopping department. I will be doing a little haul for you guys, and then basically I'm still on like a low buy in terms, like I'm not trying to actively go out and buy stuff. I'm still doing, in my opinion, like a low buy, no buy for certain categories, but I kind of feel like this last trip didn't really count in a sense, because I'm just so rarely in a place that has decent malls and decent stores. Just the variety and the selection, like the stuff that was there, so much better than what I can find closer to home. So yeah, but effective now, coming back home, I'm going back to basically low buy, no buy. But yeah, it was kind of a bad time of year to start a low buy, no buy, knowing that I was going to be going to the city. But yeah, it was just so nice. But yeah, I'll do a video about that after. And yeah, I didn't go too crazy, but I got a few things that were super nice. So that'll probably be my next video. But today we're going to get into my declutters, my empties and declutters. So I have been collecting empties for probably the last, 3 months. I'm not sure when my last empties video went up. But there's quite a few things, so we're just going to start from the top. We're not going to go in any particular order. And so let's get into it. Before we start, I just need a little sip of my coffee. This is just Maxwell House coffee with collagen powder and lots of cream, as per usual. Okay, so this first item is the Dr. Teals foaming bath with pure Epsom salt. This is the lavender and chamomile scented one, and it says it has melatonin in it as well. So unfortunately, I will not be purchasing this one anytime soon, because, well, for one thing, it's a little bit expensive, and bubble bath is not something that's really necessary. I do like Epsom salts, but I am trying to support more local and buy more Canadian, and the Dr. Teals comes from the US. So I'm gonna try to find something a little closer to home if I can. I do love the Dr. Teals, and I have no problem repurchasing the Dr. Teals, but just right now, given everything that's going on in the economy, when I repurchase things or when I bring things back into my home, I do try to find things that are a little bit more local. Otherwise, I do really love this product, the lavender and chamomile. It's very relaxing, very comforting. It's also not good to use bubble bath on a regular basis as a woman. So yeah, so something I'm not going to be repurchasing for a while. All right, the next item is a mouthwash, and I very frequently have mouthwash empties in my empties videos, and it has always been this brand and this flavor. This is the Crest Pro Health Multi-Protection Clean Mint. I will not be purchasing this again anytime soon because we're switching to the TheraBreath. I still have one going in my bathroom right now, like one Crest. I'm about 80% of the way done. Once I'm done that, I'm going to be switching to the TheraBreath. I like that one better. My boyfriend likes that one better. I actually have two TheraBreaths sitting in my linen closet right now because I opened one because I really wanted to try it and I loved it. And then I got another one because they were on sale. If you guys didn't know, the TheraBreath is a little bit expensive. Mouthwash and toiletries these days are already so expensive just with inflation. But I was like, you know what? You can't really put a price on your oral health. And so, yeah, if the TheraBreath works out really well, then I'm happy to pay a few more dollars. I'm not really sure where the TheraBreath is made. I have a sneaky suspicion it is not Canadian, but even though I'm trying to support local and buy more local, there's definitely going to be a few areas where I still am okay purchasing from abroad. If it means like that's what's best for me or my family, you know, health-wise and things like that. Or just like if it happens to come down to pricing and it just becomes, you know, too crazy. But for the most part, I'm going to try to buy local. So I really like the Crest. It's fine. But honestly, it's very sweet, and I feel like the TheraBreath leaves my mouth feeling cleaner and fresher. It's very strange. I've only used it like once or twice, but I'm really excited to get into the TheraBreath. So yeah, so this is my second last bottle that you guys will see. I'm going to finish up the Crest that I have, and then we're going to make the official switchover. The next item is this Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails Extra Strength. These are the gummies. I really like these because they taste really good and they have biotin in them, and I think they have other things as well. They've got vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin A. I'm not going to be purchasing these again anytime soon because they are too tempting for my daughter to take. Excuse my cat, you can see her in the back there trying to get comfortable on the bed. But my daughter really likes these. I think she likes them because they taste good, and it says hair, skin, and nails, so obviously she wants them. But yeah, it's just something I don't want to keep in the cupboard because it just tempts my daughter to take them, even though they're not bad for her or anything. And she is almost 15 years old. But yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to the pill form of biotin going forward because you actually get more biotin in the pill form and they're a little bit less expensive. So, and that way my daughter won't be tempted to sneak them from the cupboard. So anyways, yeah, these I don't know where they're made. I feel like, are they made in Canada? No, these are made in New York. So I am trying to get things that are a little bit more, like I said, made in Canada. So Nature's Bounty or this particular product is not anyways. Okay, now we have a skincare empty. This is the Rock Derm Correction Advanced Retinol Cream. So I had gotten this specifically to use on my neck and my hands. I do apply a retinol or a retinoid to my face every day, and I wanted to apply something also to my neck and my hands. So this I went through. It's not actually completely gone, but it is expired. And I will not be repurchasing this at the moment just because, for one thing, it isn't Canadian. Skincare is going to be an area that's going to be very hard for me to get something that's made in Canada unless I go with like Korean skincare. A lot of my favorite skincare products, unfortunately, do come from the US, which that's fine. Like I said, if it comes right down to it, I'm actually just going to set that down because my arm is a little tired. If it comes right down to it, I will still purchase, like, I love my Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. That is an American product. I love my La Mer. That's an American product. So there are certain things that I'm not really sure going forward. Am I going to replace them with other things, or am I going to just allow it to be that's the product that I purchase not locally? There's a lot of really great Korean skincare out there. And by the way, I don't want to make the focus of this video like buying Canadian. That's not what I'm trying to make it be. But I'm just letting you guys know, since it's an empties video, like what would I repurchase, what would I not? The Rock is a little bit pricey. You can get really good retinol creams from like CeraVe. And I'm not sure where CeraVe's made, but it's a little bit more affordable and works really well and very gentle. So the Rock was really nice. I did enjoy it, but I also don't like that you have to open the container and dip your fingers in or dip a spatula in. It can make the retinol go bad faster. It's not as clean. So I do prefer something with a pump. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I currently don't have any retinol for my neck and my hands. Next time I go to Shoppers or Walmart, I'm going to take a look and see what they have, and I'll probably just go back to the CeraVe. So this was lovely. I like the way it smells, very nice, but I probably will not be repurchasing this anytime soon. The next thing we have is a hairspray. This is the Kenra Volume Spray Super Hold 25. So I think I still have another Kenra hairspray under the sink, and it's a medium hold. I will not be repurchasing this because I've already found another couple of hairsprays that I like better. This one smells really nice, and it did have a good hold and everything else. One thing, it's not made in Canada, which is totally fine. The hairspray that I found that I really like is actually from Australia. It's kind of expensive, I think just probably because of import fees. I bought it from my local hair salon, and I really, really like it. It is a little pricey though, but just like in terms of money and how much I liked it and stuff like that, this hairspray was good. But yeah, I honestly am not like in a hurry to run out and get it again. I'm going to use up the hairsprays I have. I have one called Big Sexy Hair. I have the one that I found from Australia, which I think is by Kevin Murphy. And I have a Rusk hairspray, and then I still have a medium hold from Kenra. The Kenra products smell amazing, but the other thing that I don't really love about the Kenra hair products, the hairsprays in particular, is that the mist is so fine that when I spray it in the air, I feel like I'm inhaling it for a long time, and I don't like that. I'm really weird about inhaling like hair products, so I always feel like I need to leave the bathroom for a few minutes and then come back later, and I feel like it just really lingers because the mist is so fine. So I prefer hairspray that doesn't linger in the air that long. I just don't like the idea that I'm inhaling chemicals like that. But I do like hairspray, so obviously I'm not going to quit using hairspray, but this one was fine. I can't see myself purchasing it anytime soon. Next, we have a shampoo and conditioner. These are from the brand Surface, and they are the Blowout Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Shampoo and the Surface Basu Moisture Conditioner. I do think these are more local to me. Yeah, these are from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So these are more local, which is great. They did smell really nice and they did work really nice. They were kind of expensive is my only thing. When I got them from the salon, I bought these back in, I think, August, and actually they lasted like a decent amount of time. But for the amount that I use, like I only wash my hair once every 6 or 7 days. I feel like they should have lasted a lot longer given that I only wash my hair once every 6 days or so. And they still ran out within like a couple months, 2 or 3 months, and I just feel like they should have lasted longer, especially because I was trying other things in between. I just feel like they really did not last, and they were so expensive. Like this one here is $45, and this one here is $42 Canadian. They smell wonderful. Like this one smells so good, this conditioner, you guys. Yeah, oh, it smells so good. It smells like candy, and it smells like, I don't know, it's so nostalgic. It reminds me of something from my childhood. Like I'm pretty sure I had a pony or a doll that smelled like this when I was a kid. It's like a strawberry kind of candy, vanilla. I don't know. It just smells really, really good. Like if I had this in a perfume, I wish I had this in a perfume. It's wonderful. And then the shampoo was really good. Both of them are very gentle. The conditioner was really conditioning. And this one smells like just kind of typical shampoo-y. Like honestly, I would get the conditioner again, perhaps, probably not the shampoo. Although I am really happy that they are pretty local to me. So yeah, I like that they're local products. So that's kind of, now that I know they're local, it's kind of swaying me a little bit. I would get them again if they were on sale. I just wouldn't spend $45 per product. That's insane to me when they only last a couple months, 2 or 3 months. Yeah, right now I'm using like a more affordable one from Nutters, and it's like a natural tea tree oil something or other shampoo. I also have a Joico shampoo that I'm working on, and I'm using a Carafix conditioner and a Marc Anthony conditioner, and they're just more affordable and they work. Like when it comes to expensive shampoo and conditioner, I don't really notice a huge difference compared to higher end drugstore. I do like higher end drugstore. So these, now that I know they're like Canadian and that they're local, that definitely makes me consider I would get them again. All right, the next we have a couple of supplements. I always have supplements in these Empties videos, and I usually have a vitamin C. So this is the Jameson chewable vitamin C. Pretty sure this is Canadian. I'm pretty sure I checked the other day, and I'm pretty sure it's a Canadian product. Yeah, there you go. It is by 360 Pure, proudly Canadian. And yeah, Jameson Laboratories. So I'm happy about that because this is a brand I have purchased many, many times. It's the exact same product I get over and over, and I'll probably purchase it again. It's not that I don't get vitamin C from my diet, but sometimes, especially during flu season or if I'm working night shifts, I just want that extra boost of vitamin C, and I'll take a vitamin C tab like once every couple days. These last a really long time, but just super important for your immune system, also important for hair, skin, and nails. You cannot make collagen in your skin without vitamin C. So super important to make sure you are getting enough. And this is probably my, 10th empty of this. And then I have another Empties, also from the brand Jameson, and this is the melatonin fast dissolving 5 milligrams in the chocolate mint flavor. This is 100 sublingual tablets. Everybody in my house uses melatonin from time to time. I use it almost every single night. For me, it doesn't seem to be habit forming, although that said, I do have a hard time sleeping without it now, so maybe I am a little bit dependent on it, but it doesn't seem that I'm growing a tolerance to it where I have to keep increasing my dose. But yeah, I love these. They just help me have such a great sleep, and I really love them. And they're a little bit better for you than some of the prescription sleep aids. So this is probably, again, my 10th empty, and I will definitely repurchase. All right, the next product is another hair product. This took me a hot minute to go through because as I've told you guys, one of my favorite things to purchase is leave-in hair conditioners. I don't know why. I love trying new hair products. I think because I'm expecting to find something that I love even more than the last thing that I tried. So this is the Gisou or Gisou, I'm not sure how to say it, honey infused leave-in conditioner. I really like this line. I also had the Gisou honey infused hair mask. Love that mask. I would definitely get it again, but it would have to be on sale. In fact, I wanted to buy it not too long ago, but it was regular price and it was like $70 or something for a hair mask. That's just a little too steep for me. Maybe next time Sephora has their sale, I will purchase the Gisou hair mask for the shower because I love that thing. Like probably my favorite hair mask I've found to date for my hair. In terms of the leave-in conditioner, I did really like this. This is over a year old, you guys, by the way. That's how long it took me to go through it. I bought this in like October of 2023, which seems like just yesterday, but that's coming up on 2 years ago, which is pretty crazy. I really like it. I like the way it smells. It doesn't leave my hair sticky. I don't think it's too thick. I do have fine hair, and I still found that this worked really well. It did weigh my hair down just a little bit though, but I really liked it. I would repurchase. I would definitely consider repurchasing this again. I do not know where it's made. This one is from, it looks like the Netherlands, so that's pretty cool. All right. So yeah, so this product actually comes from the Netherlands. So there you go. You know what Sephora should do? They should have a list of Canadian-made products at Sephora. I think that would actually boost their sales, at least locally in Canada. It would boost their sales tremendously in certain areas. The next product that we have is an empty collagen. I always have a collagen powder in my empties videos, and the one that I'm currently using is from Weber Naturals, and this is the Collagen 30 Bioactive Collagen Peptides Anti-Wrinkle. This is a Canadian product, which is pretty cool. Didn't realize that when I first got it, but I looked on the label and it does say Canadian, and I have another one on the go in my cupboard, and I like it. What I have learned, I'm just going to set it down again. What I have learned when it comes to collagen is that, like, the collagen peptides is most of them are good. Like, there's very few collagen peptide products I've tried that I don't like. This Collagen 30 from Weber Naturals is pretty good. The only thing I will say is that it does have a tiny, tiny scoop. And I didn't realize that that was not the dose. Or like, they say on here that that's the dose, but it's actually only 2.5 grams of collagen. So that's what the scoop looks like in there, you guys. It's literally tiny. I don't know if you can see it. It's the tiniest scoop. And so I was only putting 1 scoop of this in my coffee every morning. And so instead of getting 10 grams of collagen, I was only getting 2.5, which is pretty much nothing. Like, you need to have 4 times that much to have the desired result. So I will go through this a little bit faster now that I know the proper dose. So at first I was super impressed that it lasted me so long, and then I realized I was only having 2.5 grams of collagen per day. After I'm done with these ones, I'll be honest, the only reason I got this brand is because it was local. Like, it was at my local Walmart. It was easy to find, and it was on sale. And I was like, you know what, let me just try it. And then when I was at the store again a month later, it was on sale again, so I got it again. But usually when it comes to collagen, what I look for is that it's flavorless, and that it's on sale and easily accessible. That's pretty much it. I still really like my Vital Proteins. I like my Lean Fit Hydrolyzed Collagen. There is another brand I saw at Shoppers the other day. I can't remember the name of it, but it looked really interesting and I wanted to try it. It was also on sale. It was like $20. And it was a brand I had never used before. So yeah, I pretty much just like, most of them don't taste like anything. You just mix it right in with your coffee, and it's a really good way to support your skin, hair, nails, and joints as well. The next product that I used up is my SkinMedica Retinol Complex 0.5. I was using this on my face. This is a little bit more of an expensive product, and it is a what they call medical grade skincare. It's pretty potent actually for being just a retinol. Like, this doesn't have adapalene, it doesn't have tretinoin, it's just retinol. But this one is guaranteed for the strength. A lot of retinols that you buy over the counter don't tell you how much retinol is in the product. Some of them do, like Neutrogena does, and these guys do, the SkinMedica. So this is a 0.5% retinol, and let me tell you, this is not something to mess around with. I put it on my neck one night and I immediately got like I got like a retinol burn from it a couple days later. And I thought it was going to be a little bit more gentle. So it's kind of interesting because I can put adapalene on my neck, and I must be just really well acclimated to adapalene, which is stronger than retinol, because I don't get a reaction on my neck. But when I put this on my neck, I definitely got a reaction. So I won't be purchasing this again. It was too expensive for what it is. This container, it did last a long time. This is 1 fluid ounce, and it did last me quite a long time. But it's too expensive for what it is. I think it was like $100. And I think it comes from, I want to say, okay, it's distributed in the USA, Irvine, California. And it's fine. Like, I like it. It was my second time using it, but I am partial to my adapalene from Differin, which, funnily enough, my adapalene in the bathroom says made in Canada, but I bought it from iHerb, so it came from the States. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm going to stick with my adapalene from Differin pretty much no matter where it's made, because adapalene just works so well for me. I get no irritation and I get great results, and I'm really well acclimated to it. All right, we have another skincare product. Now, this is not an empty. This is a expired, unfortunately. This is the Faded Topicals Brightening and Clearing Serum. I've talked about this on my channel so many times. It's a great product. It has lots of different powerhouse ingredients that help with brightening your skin and evening out your complexion and getting rid of dark spots, sunspots, melasma, things like that. So it has azelaic acid, tranexamic acid, melatonin, niacinamide, licorice root, and kojic acid. And I will not buy this again. I'm going to find an alternative. I really want to use azelaic acid for sure, or some sort of a brightening product. But this is the second time that I've had a container that I did not use up before either the packaging cracked or it became expired. So this is actually just expired. It says on the back that it's good for 9 months after opening. I didn't even realize that. And this has been open for well over 9 months. So it's just expired, and it kind of already has a funky smell to it. So it's really hard to tell like if it's gone bad or not. So I just don't feel comfortable putting it on my face, because there's really no way to tell if it's actually bad or if it just stinks because it stinks, because it's a stinky product. So I need to find another azelaic acid alternative, or something that's for brightening and for dark spots and hyperpigmentation. I'm already using vitamin C. I'm already using a retinoid. So I probably don't need this in my routine, but it's just something I did like to add in. But I guess I wasn't using it fast enough, like often enough, because it did go bad before I could finish it. So next we have another skincare empty. This is the Timeless Coenzyme Q10 Serum. So I really like this product. I've talked to you guys before about how this is something that I don't think is necessary in my skincare routine, but I do notice if I don't use it, I feel like my skin is a little more dry. I like this product. First of all, it is a anti-inflammatory, sorry. My mind is on my dog's surgery. This is an antioxidant, and it also has Matrixyl 3000, which is a peptide blend. It also has ubiquinone, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, and aloe, and also vitamin E. So this is fantastic for hydration. It's very calming. It's very soothing. It's really good for anti-aging. It's good for adding that coenzyme Q10 on your skin, which as you get older, your body makes less coenzyme Q10, and coenzyme Q10 is a factor in healthy skin, also heart health and everything else if you're going to take it orally. This is probably my third purchase of this, maybe fourth. I do have another one in my dresser as a backup. I haven't opened it yet. And I was thinking about sending it back because, like I told you guys, I feel like this is something that it's not necessary, but I like it. And it's just kind of there's a little bit, maybe a little left in here. Yeah. It's kind of like a milky yellow. It's kind of gross. As you can see, it's separated a little bit because it is old and pretty empty. But also I did switch back to the CosRx Snail Mucin, and I have been really liking that. And the Snail Mucin has some similar ingredients to what's in here. It doesn't have the antioxidant and it doesn't have the peptides, but I'm pretty sure there's hyaluronic acid. And I find the Snail Mucin to be very, very hydrating. So for me, it's like one or the other. I do enjoy adding an essence to my skincare. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, but I do enjoy adding some sort of a essence or serum to boost hydration. So I would purchase this again, and I do have a backup. I have 2 more skincare empties. These are from Dalba. I have a large size of the first spray serum and a small size of the aromatic spray serum. So apparently the difference here is that the aromatic spray serum apparently is better for anti-aging. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looked to me like it was more hydrating and better for anti-aging. I will not be purchasing this again anytime soon. Honestly, I cheated a little bit with my second one. I had gone through the first one here, and I really enjoyed using it. It was kind of more like just the experience, like the cosmetic elegance of using it. I didn't really notice that it did a lot for my face. I think I've told you guys before that I kind of just like how it feels spraying something on my face with my skincare. It just is nice, but I didn't really find that it made the biggest difference compared to other things. Like the Timeless makes a bigger difference for me, the CosRx Snail Mucin. And so I cheated with this, and I sprayed a lot of it just on my body just to get rid of it because I just wanted it gone because I just didn't think it was doing much. So they're super cute little bottles though. It would be nice to find something else to use them for. Like I could repurpose them and put like a Korean skincare essence in one of them. I could just, I don't know, maybe take some of the writing off or something and just spray my essences on my face as opposed to using my palms of my hands, because they're lovely little bottles and they are nice products. They smell really good, but I don't find that they really give me the biggest difference compared to some of my other skincare. So honestly, you guys, this is a product that, like when I first started using it, I thought it was kind of worth the hype, but also how many other sprays are out there that we just haven't tried. And Dalba just went viral. Like that's what happened. It went viral on TikTok. It went viral on YouTube. Everybody was recommending it. All of the super big influencers were getting sent PR. They were getting paid. There were sponsorship deals. Like every single beauty influencer I saw did a sponsorship with Dalba. And so you have to ask yourself, like, why did it gain so much popularity, right? Like the only reason I bought it is because I'm pretty sure I saw 3 or 4 beauty influencers use it. And yeah, it's not a game changer. It was just something that was nice. So I will not be purchasing this again. I'm kind of turning my sights a little bit more toward other Korean skincare and essences. When I was in the city, they actually had a Korean skincare store. It was makeup and skincare and sunscreens. And I went and I just had such a good time, and I found a couple of really nice things that I'm loving. I will share those in my haul video. One of them is the milky essence from Tier. Liking that a lot. Liking it much more than the Dalba. So I think that these products are good, but I do think they were a little overhyped. All right, the next product that we have that's an empty is actually a Sensey. Now, this is the Mint to Be Merry. This is one of my favorite scents from Sensey. It's so beautiful. Oh, it just smells amazing. The Mint to Be Merry smells like vanilla and peppermint and like almost like a buttercream in there. It's very comforting and beautiful. It is such a lovely, lovely scent for the home, especially in the holidays. You can clearly see here on the package that Sensey is made in Idaho, USA. I'm not like writing it off because I love Sensey. I really, really do. This is one of those products that unless I can find a Canadian dupe, I will probably continue to purchase Sensey because I love it so much. So even though I'm trying to support local, I can look around. I guess I can look around and see there's got to be some more local stuff. The other thing is too, I've been kind of moving a little bit away from like home fragrance because I know it's just not the best for you and your pets to be inhaling all the time. But to be fair, I don't have my Sensey warmer going all the time. I maybe turn it on for a couple of hours in the evening or a couple of hours first thing in the morning. It's kind of like a routine that I do. I clean the house, and once all the house cleaning is done, I make a coffee and I turn on my Sensey, and I just like enjoy the way my home feels and smells and looks. So it's more of a ritual for me. It's not like something I use all the time. They are kind of expensive too. Like, they're not super expensive, but they're not super cheap either. So it's not something that I want to burn through all the time. But I do have quite a stock of Sensey. I have like maybe 7 or 8 unused bricks of wax. And so yeah, I'm going to continue using the Sensey, and they just have such amazing fragrances. Like, I like it better than Bath & Body Works, which I don't know if Bath & Body Works, I think it's a US company, but like, yeah, and I don't know about the ones at Walmart. I just much prefer the way the Sensey ones smell, and they have such a good variety, and I have so many favorites. So yeah, probably not likely that I'm going to quit using my Sensey. The next product that we have is actually a declutter, and this is the L'Oreal Magic Root Cover-Up in the shade Dark Brown. So the reason I'm decluttering this is because I actually found a root touch-up product that I like better. I believe it's the exact same product, but it's from Tresemme. So I have tried this one. I've tried a few different root touch-ups because that's kind of my problem, is that I only have like 10 gray hairs, but it's very difficult just to color just those 10 gray hairs without having to do my entire head or like my entire part. And so it ends up like just being a lot of work for a few hairs. So I wanted something like this to kind of just like, get rid of a couple gray hairs without having to actually color my hair. Something about this I didn't like. I think it was too messy or something, or I'm not really sure, but this was not a favorite. I much prefer my one from Tresemme. So eventually, you guys, I will do like a favorites video, and I'll show you my favorites from these kind of categories. But this one I'm going to donate, see if somebody at work or my mom or somebody wants to try it. The next product is an empty, and this is a sunscreen empty. So it always makes me so happy, and it's so satisfying to see sunscreen empties, because I do go through sunscreen faster than most other products. So this is the Dermatology Broad Spectrum SPF 45. This is a hybrid sunscreen, meaning it has both chemical and mineral filters, and I'm pretty sure this is a US product. Yep, this is a US product. Honestly, I love this product. This is one of those products I would still purchase regardless of where it's made, because that's how much I love it. I do recommend this 100%. It has such a beautiful, first of all, the packaging is beautiful. It doesn't burn the eyes. It's cosmetically elegant. It's hydrating. It's moisturizing. It smells wonderful. It's not really fragranced, but it kind of has like this zinky, sort of chalky, powdery smell, like a makeup-y kind of smell. Beautiful packaging, and it just like, even now smelling it, I'm like, I love the way that this smells. I love that it has a really high SPF 45. I do actually have a backup of this in my dresser, and I will use that backup for sure. And I would repurchase this for sure, regardless of where it was made, because sunscreen is one of those things I just think can be so finicky. It can be hard to find a great sunscreen. And once you find that sunscreen that you love, that just works well under makeup, and it's kind to your skin, and it's cosmetically elegant, and it's hydrating, and once you find one that works for you, it's just like so hard to settle for anything else. I am trying, I'm using up my Murad right now from Sephora that I got last year, because that one expires in April. So I'm using that one. And then I have a couple of Korean sunscreens on the go. And then I have a backup of this. And that's pretty much all I have. Oh, and Sephora. I like the Sephora SPF 30. And those are kind of my go-to sunscreens at the moment. But if you're looking for a great sunscreen, I do recommend this one particularly. This is the untinted, by the way. All right, we're getting closer to the end. We only have a few products left. A couple of them are actually makeup declutters. So why don't we go through those real quick? And then we have a couple more skincare empties, which is very satisfying. So the first declutter is a foundation. And this is the Revolution Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation in the shade F1. This was really lovely when I first put it on, but I found that it oxidized, and it also looked very patchy on my skin at the end of the day. So I don't know if that was my fault, like if that was the way that I prepped my skin that day, or if it was just the day or what, but I was not impressed with this foundation. I didn't like it enough to try it a second or third time. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I actually think I'm still within the return period, so I might bring this back to Shoppers and see if I can get my money back, and I would not repurchase this foundation. By the way, when I was in the city, I did find a foundation, even though I'm on a makeup low buy, Like I said, I didn't want to be too like hard on myself because it was a stressful week with my dog's surgery and everything. And like I said, I'm never at any like Dior counters or Gucci counters or Chanel counters. So it was obviously very hard for me to not go into that section and like want to try something. So I did pick up a new foundation, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys in my next video. But yeah, this I will not be repurchasing. The next product, it kind of hurts me to be letting go of it, but I am in the process of trying to, I mean, my God, this is just so beautiful. I want to keep it just to look at it. And I might, honestly, I might keep it just because it's pretty, which is a terrible reason to keep something. But this is the Dior Face and Body Backstage Foundation in the shade 0N. I love this foundation. My only gripe with it is that I think it's a shade problem, which now that I think about it, when I was in the city, I should have gotten them to shade match me better because I think it's just a little too yellowy peachy for me. Something about it at the end of the day, I do not like the way my skin looks, and I really do think it's just a shade thing because the foundation itself is beautiful. It covers beautifully. It's a really lovely like medium coverage. It's buildable. It's very skin-like and very pretty. I really like it. And of course, the packaging is absolutely stunning. But I think I need to go one shade cooler and perhaps just a shade lighter. And then this would have been great. So I will try this again. I will buy it again in a different shade at some point in the future because I do really like the product. It really kind of pains me to be getting rid of this because it's just such a stunning bottle, and yeah, it's high end and whatever. But the other thing with foundation too, I'm just going to set this down so I can chit chat a little bit. The other thing with foundation too is that they have obviously a shelf life. Like foundation goes bad, and I already have a few foundations, quite a few foundations, many of which I love, and I want to get my use out of my favorite ones. So as much as I like this one, I just wasn't reaching for it because of that shade issue. And it wasn't even like a significant shade issue. It was just enough that I didn't want to reach for it as much as some of my other ones. And because a lot of my foundations, I actually went through them the other day, and I should do a video on this, but I went through them and I organized them into the ones that were going to be expiring within a year or within 6 months, and the ones that were going to be expiring within the next 2 years. I have like 5 or 6 foundations that are going to be expired by Christmas, and I am not going to get through those foundations before Christmas. So I'm being very, very picky right now with any foundations I purchase. They have to be a great formula, and they have to be a perfect shade match, and they can't oxidize. And I'm also being very picky with the ones I'm keeping because, again, they have to be ones that when I reach for them and when I use them, I know that I'm going to like the outcome. I know that my skin's going to look beautiful throughout the day. I know that it's a good shade match for me. I don't want it to oxidize. I don't want it to start to look patchy or dry or anything like that. I'm also going a little bit more toward, excuse me, I'm trying to minimize my makeup and skincare, honing in on things that are better for my skin in terms of like hydration, anti-aging, antioxidants, stuff like that. And, you know, I'm okay spending, like I said, I'm okay spending just a little bit more if it's a product that is going to make a big difference for my skin or just make me feel amazing or make my skin look amazing. So that's kind of like, I feel like 2025 for me is a year of curation. So as much as I love this bottle, maybe my daughter will want it, honestly. She likes Dior stuff, and I just want it to go to good use because it's almost full and I just don't reach for it. So the next product I'm decluttering is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is, the Faux Filter Concealer. This is in the shade 1.1N Royal Icing. This is a nice concealer, but it's a little bit drying on my skin. And the only reason I'm letting it go is because I have concealers I like better that are better shade matches. And I just think that they look nicer on my skin. And also, when I was in the city, I did find a really beautiful concealer that I have been wanting to try for so long. I just didn't know what my shade was. And finding a shade in this brand has been very hard for me before. So I actually got shade matched in the store, and it is such a perfect shade match. It looks so good, and the concealer itself is probably the nicest concealer I've ever used in my life. Like, I can probably very easily declutter another 1 or 2 concealers from my collection just in favor of this other one that I found. So this is fine. I'm going to see if maybe my daughter wants it or a friend or family member, but it's just a little too light for me. and it's a little too like kind of drying and like mattifying on my skin. The next product that I am decluttering is the Patrick Ta foundation. This is the Major Skin Hydrolux Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation, only because I have such a hard time with the shade match in this, and I had to mix this one with other slightly darker foundations in order to make it work. This is the shade One Golden. I can make it work, but it's not perfect. And like I said, when I took a day and I went through my foundations and I just looked at all my foundations and looked at the expiry dates, and I was like, you know what? I can't justify holding on to something that's going to be expired. I'm trying to make it work and I'm trying to use it along with all of my other products that I do love. I can't justify doing that, because then the products that I really do love that are actually so good for my skin, like Perfect Shade Match, like the formula, those are not going to get used enough. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to look back and wish I just would have worn my favorite ones, because I will have to throw some of them out. Like, I just don't like that idea. I'm realizing that although it was fun, and it is fun discovering new makeup and trying new things, I'm just not interested in having to throw out half of my makeup at the end of 2025 and know that I didn't get enough use out of them. I'm just not interested. So that's why I'm taking a major like slowdown in terms of purchasing makeup. That was one of the main reasons for going on a low buy, no buy. Doesn't mean, like I said, doesn't mean I'm not going to try new things from time to time. Doesn't mean that if I find something that I really, really love, I'm not going to get it. It just means that I need to be more intentional with where I'm putting my money and not just willy-nilly purchase a whole bunch of makeup to try just for the sake of trying. And this is a beautiful foundation. If this foundation had a better shade match for me, I probably would have kept it. All right, the next two items are actually declutters, and this is kind of surprising to me because when I first got these, I thought that I loved them, and I do still love the product. And I would get them again, but I would have to get it in a darker brown. So I have the Rare Beauty, these are the Rare Beauty eyebrow pencils, and I have them in the shade taupe, and I think warm brown. So my only issues with these is that they're just a little too warmish for me. They work, but they're a little too much on the red side. I need something a little bit more ashy. I thought that they were good matches. Probably the best between the two is the taupe, but honestly, if I'm going to do my brows, if I'm going to reach for a shade, it's probably going to be more like a like an ash brown, like a dark ashy kind of brown. They're lovely products. They're also a little dry because I don't use them enough. And so I find that they're just getting like really dried out. And I just have too many brow products. Like it takes me forever to go through brow products. I don't do my brows every single day, just because I do prefer a softer look. And so when I went through, I was like, you know what? I just want to keep the ones that I know I really like and use them again before they go expired. The next product is a setting spray empty. This is the MAC Fix Plus alcohol-free multitasking setting spray. I actually went through this so fast, and I did use the heck out of this for a while because I really just wanted to use it up. I wanted it to be gone. It wasn't my favorite setting spray. It's not bad. I would purchase it again, actually. Like it was kind of just like neither here nor there. It was like not my favorite, but it wasn't bad. It was okay. For the price though, there's other setting sprays that I think I like better. I do still prefer the Urban Decay better. I think I still prefer the Morphe. What else? I have a Milani setting spray that I quite like. What else do I have? I had the Too Faced. I actually traded the Too Faced setting spray with my daughter for her Urban Decay because I preferred the Urban Decay. So I have the Urban Decay hydrating one and I have the Urban Decay just the original, and I like both of those better than this. So this was fine. It was nothing wrong with it, but you guys will probably recall from earlier videos, I just really wanted to use this up, and I'm glad that I did. There's like a tiny, tiny bit left, but it doesn't really spray anymore. The next product is a blush, and this is the NYX Buttermelt blush, and this is in the shade The Sooner the Butter. And this is basically, I shouldn't have got this. I wanted to experiment because I was still really enjoying experimenting with blush, but this is like a golden orange, orangey, yellowy golden blush. It looks kind of strange because it looks orange, and it is orange. I'll show you what it looks like on the finger there. Like it's pretty orange. But I wanted to try it just because I had seen this sort of trending and I thought it might be really nice. Honestly, you guys, though, I just know I'm not going to reach for it because I prefer a peachy pink, obviously. This is kind of a very trendy color, and I was hoping it would be more of a golden. blush, and it's just very, very orange. I just don't think I'm gonna reach for it. I have so many blushes. Again, it's sort of one of those things where I'm like, I know that they have a shelf life, and it just really pains me to think that at the end of 2025 or sometime in 2026, I'm gonna have to get rid of half my blushes, you know? So I wanna really, again, hone in on my favorites and just get use out of them. Like, I want to hit pan on my blushes. I want to hit pan on my bronzers. That's never going to happen with this. It's such a novelty item. It's such like a gimmicky color to me that I just know that the times I reach for it are going to be so few and far between. So it was fun to experiment with, but I've only worn it like once or twice, and I just cannot see myself reaching for that. The next product is actually a favorite, and it is a skincare empty, and this is the Tatcha, the Dewy Skin Cream. So I love this product so much. I don't think this is made in Canada. Ooh, Japan. Shut the front door. And then, but then distributed by San Francisco, California. So whatever, I don't really know. I guess it's a Japanese product. It is what it is. I will repurchase this. I already have another one of these on the go in the bathroom. I love it. This product I tried in the beginning of 2024, mostly because I knew that it was very popular, and I just really wanted to try it and see what all the hype was about. This is a product that is worth the hype. Like, if you're looking for a lovely moisturizer, this is so, so good. So I used it in its entirety. First of all, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love the way it smells. It has kind of this like subtle, like aquatic, lotusy sort of bamboo flower sort of smell to it, but it's not super, super fragranced. And then it has a really nice little spatula to dig out your product. The packaging is beautiful. It feels luxurious. It looks luxurious. So this has like, I think it has dimethicone pretty high up on the list, because not only is it super hydrating, but it also gives the skin a really nice slip. It's wonderful to put on underneath makeup, and I love this moisturizer so much. This actually has beat out now my Sunday Riley Ice in terms of my favorite moisturizer, which, by the way, I have a Sunday Riley Ice in this video that I want to share with you. More on that in a second. I think they changed the formula. Something's wrong with it. But yeah, the Tatcha, so I have another one open on the go. This container, unfortunately, is not reusable. They did develop a reusable, refillable container. So now the one in my bathroom is refillable. So I have the refillable container that's brand new, plus I have a backup, because what had happened was I was almost out of this. I went to Sephora, I bought a refill, not knowing that this bottle was not one of the refill bottles. So I got the refill home and I couldn't put it in here because this one doesn't have the little thing that pops out. This is one of the old bottles, and it's just gorgeous, isn't it? But this doesn't have the little thing to pop out to put in the refill. So I'm kind of sad because it's such a beautiful container, and now I have to either recycle it or toss it. Now going forward, at least I have the refillable, and it's worth it to me. It is a bit pricey, but it just makes my skin feel silky. It's hydrating, and it makes my skin look and feel like silk. It is wonderful. Like, I love this product. Definitely one of my favorite higher end, more expensive moisturizers, and very cosmetically elegant, and just looks great under makeup. So I will definitely be probably repurchasing Tatcha going forward in the future, regardless of where it's distributed or whatever. Yeah, this one is one that's worth the hype. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Little Miss Sunday Riley. All right, so that brings me to the last product in today's video, which is the Sunday Riley Ice Ceramide Moisturizer. This is not an empty, this is a declutter. Now, something has happened with the Sunday Riley Ice. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, this has been it was my favorite moisturizer for daytime. So first of all, doesn't it look like the packaging has changed? Like, I don't know, the packaging looks weird to me. The cap or the lid looks almost too white, and the body of it looks almost a little too faded. I feel like my first Sunday Riley Ice looked more uniform. Like, I could just be imagining things, but I thought that the container was like more uniform in color. And when I got this one, it kind of looked almost like a fake. And I know it's not a fake because I got it from Sephora. But when I first unboxed it, I was like, oh, it looks a little weird, and I didn't really know why. And then a lot of people who I had told that I loved the Ice products, a lot of people went and purchased it, and they wrote me and they were like, hey, did you find that it's kind of like grainy? Like there's some sort of grit in it or something? And I was like, no, like it can't I'm sure you just got a bad batch. I was like, the Sunday Riley Ice is amazing. And I told them I thought they just probably got a bad batch. But quite a few people commented and quite a few people told me, even friends I was talking to on Instagram told me that they tried the ice and they found that it was gritty. So you guys, this is brand new and it's pretty much full. The other thing is it's thicker. Like this, I don't know if they reformulated it or what they did. It pains me because I love the way that this smells, but for one thing, it just looks thicker and richer. Like it is not coming out of there at all. It is incredibly thick and rich, richer than I ever remember it, but not in a good way. It's almost as though they made the formula but didn't put enough water in it or something, or didn't put enough like liquid in it, and it's too thick. It also smells more fragranced to me. It smells much more potent in the fragrance than it used to be. And it smells good, but it's kind of making me a little bit nauseated. It's like a vanilla almond. Like I told you guys that if you can imagine like sweet vanilla almonds, like iced almonds, that's what it smells like to me. But this one smells very, very potent. The other thing, the weird thing is, like people told me, there is something in here. You won't be able to see it, obviously, but there are little granules in here. And it's almost as if, imagine like sand, but very small, like see-through particles of sand. It's almost like there's a little glass beads in here, teeny tiny, like glass particles. It's not comfortable. Like it still hydrates and moisturizes, but when I put this on my face, I will all of a sudden feel something abrasive on my skin. Like I'll feel like a little rock or something on my face. And it's like a little granule from in here and it's full of them. And so I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's a bad batch. I honestly want to like call the head office or something and just be like, what did you guys do? Or is this just like a really bad batch that for like 6 months, all the products they put out were like that? Because so many people I talked to had the same experience. Otherwise, it's a nice product, but I don't know if I'll be able to find one for you guys. I don't know. Like it, yeah, there's one right there. Okay, where did it go? Okay, do you guys see that? Do you see that little dot on the middle of my finger there? That one right there. Literally, you guys, there's 2 of them actually. There's another one. I can't believe I found one for you. That little thing there. So this cream is full of those little tiny granules. I don't know what it is. Otherwise, it makes me sad because this is such a beautiful cream and it just feels so nice on the skin. But I cannot with, like, look at this. Where is it? You see that? You see that little granular, that teeny tiny little thing right there? It is full of those. And it is so bizarre and it hurts my face. And so yeah, it makes me very, very sad because for the longest time, this was my favorite cream and I can't use it anymore. It's changed. I don't know. And at first I thought it was being discontinued because it was out of stock. That granule is still on my hand. It was out of stock for the longest time. Couldn't get it. And then when I finally did get it, you guys, the packaging looks weird and the formula is different. There's something that has changed. And it really makes me sad because I would love nothing more than to continue using this, like use the Tatcha in the morning and the Sunday Riley Ice at bedtime. This was my favorite product and it's different. Something has happened and yeah, I'm so disheartened about that. So yeah, I don't know. I might go into Sephora one day in the distant future. Like I've got moisturizers right now that I like and I might see if like maybe they've done another reformulation or maybe it's back to the way it used to be. I don't really know. But something about it is weird and it's just a weird texture and I don't like it anymore. The other thing too, by the way, you guys, I've talked to you about how like La Mer is so expensive, but I love the La Mer, like the La Mer cream, the rich one. My skin loves that product. I have extremely dry skin and I'm trying everything possible not to repurchase the La Mer, but the thing that I'm thinking is when I had the La Mer, it did last me for over a year. In fact, I still have some left of the La Mer. And although it's expensive, it lasts for so long and the amount of money I'm probably going to spend getting multiple other products to see if I can dupe it or to see if I can find something that I like as much as the La Mer, in the end of the day, I may as well almost just buy the La Mer, if that makes sense. So I can see myself repurchasing the La Mer, honestly, and then just making Tatcha my morning cream and the La Mer my nighttime cream. I can definitely see that happening. I'm kind of sad that I tried the La Mer because it is expensive, but it's something that like nothing else, ever since I've tried the La Mer, nothing else comes close to how rich and like occlusive and emollient and luxurious, and like it's almost greasy. Like it's so hydrating that it's almost greasy, but in like the best way possible. I tried replacing the La Mer with the Nivea because apparently they're very, very similar. The ingredients are similar. They look similar. They feel similar. They smell similar. The Nivea broke me out. So I've tried using the Nivea, which is much more affordable. But yeah, it gave me blemishes within a few days of using it. I can use it on places of my face where I'm not prone to any acne. Like I can use it on my cheeks, and I can use it on even my forehead, sort of, give or take. But anywhere around the nose or the mouth, it will break me out. So, and I'm not prone to acne, but the Nivea definitely did. Whereas the La Mer, even being so rich and so beautiful and thick, never broke me out. And if anything, it just gave me like glass skin. Like it made my skin look so beautiful in the morning. So again, that's one of those things that I'm like, as much as I'm on a low buy, no buy, as much as I'm trying to be financially intentional, as much as I'm trying to be sensible and practical and all these things, I just can see myself going back to the La Mer because I loved it so much. And yeah, I don't know. It does last a really long time, and I don't want to waste money on other products. Like I've wasted now like $20, $30 on other products trying to find something I like as much as La Mer. I obviously wasted $80 with my Sunday Riley Ice that I can't use. I'm just not interested in wasting money. You know, if there's something that you know you like, if it works, just sometimes it's better to just go with it and save your money on like trying to find replacements, if that makes sense. So yeah, the Sunday Riley is a declutter, and I will not be repurchasing it unless they go back to the old formula magically one day. So that was it for today's Empties and Declutters video. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all very soon in my next one. Bye for now.